Top 10 NBA players to never win a ring Part 2. Based on popular demand of our first video that we created on top 10 NBA players to never win a ring, we've decided to create a Part 2 of this series as we've gotten a lot of comments on who you guys think deserve to be a part of this list. If you haven't seen Part 1 of this video, please click the link in the description to do so. Let's play full court, baby, your go-to channel for the most interesting basketball topics. Ask anyone about the NBA League, and they'll tell you how much winning a ring matters. Getting a ring isn't just an accomplishment for a player, it also helps cement the player's legacy. So without further ado, let's start this exciting countdown. Reggie Miller. In no particular order, our number 10 on the list is Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller is an Indiana Pacers legend. He's one of the best sharpshooters in the league's history. His competitiveness of trash talking made the game very entertaining for fans. Despite playing for 18 NBA seasons, Reggie Miller only got to the NBA Finals once. His only final appearance was in the year 2000 against the Lakers, in which they lost 4-2. Reggie Miller averaged a total of 24.3 points and 3.7 assists in the series. Reggie Miller had a solid career with the Pacers and was a 5-time All-Star and 3-time All-Star NBA selection. When Miller retired, he held the best record for the most career three-point field goals made. But as of today, Miller is presently 4th on the list behind NBA stars Steph Curry, Ray Allen, and James Harden respectively. Reggie ranks on this list with a total of 2,563 pointers made in 1,389 games. Charles Barkley. Let us begin by examining Charles Barkley's major accolades. 5-time first-team All-NBA, 11-time All-Star, 1993 NBA Most Valuable Player, and a rebounding champion. Standing tall at around 6 foot 6 inches and also weighing 250 pounds, Barkley is one of the strongest NBA players. His strength and explosiveness were enough to overpower big and taller defenders. Barkley averaged a total of 24.2 points, 4.1 assists, 11.9 rebounds, and 1.7 steals in the 1985-86 NBA season. His best all-round NBA season was the 92-93 season. Barkley scored 25.6 points, 5.1 assists, 12.2 rebounds, and 1.6 steals. His brilliant performance made him win the MVP award. Charles Barkley led the Phoenix Suns team to a 62-win, 20-loss regular season, and also took the Suns to the 1993 NBA Finals, where they faced Michael Jordan and eventually lost. Charles Barkley then joined the Rockets in 1996 to form a solid team with Clyde Drexler and Hakeem Olajuwon. Even with a great lineup, they were defeated by the Utah Jazz in the Western Conference Finals, which eventually Jordan and the Mighty Bulls again ended up winning that year. Tracy McGrady. Tracy McGrady dominated the NBA at 23 years old and averaged a total of 32 points per game. However, Tracy McGrady never got the opportunity of getting to his prime due to several injuries. During his career, he was a star for the Orlando Magic and the Houston Rockets, and he was named a 7-time All-Star. Though McGrady has individual accolades, he never won a ring. His closest time to victory was during the last year of his NBA career. He signed with the Spurs right before the postseason, where they got to the finals but lost to the dominant Miami Heat. When asked why he never won an NBA ring, Tracy McGrady said, "I could go to any country in the world and I'm recognized. Anywhere. I'm well respected. Out in the streets, in the corporate world, I'm well respected. But here's what I say about that. There are a lot of moving parts that have to come into play to win championships. With my game and how I played, you don't think if I had the right pieces around me I could have won a championship? I was one of the top players in the league. I just didn't have the right pieces around me. It's crazy because people forget certain areas in certain guys' careers." Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing was a prolific NBA scorer and a great rim protector. Throughout his NBA career, Patrick Ewing averaged a total of 21 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 2.4 blocks per game. His closest chance of winning a ring was during the 1994 and 1999 seasons with the New York Knicks. In 1994, the Knicks were defeated by the Rockets 4-3, and in the 1999 NBA season, the Knicks also lost to the Spurs 4-1. Patrick Ewing will always be popular as one of the greatest NBA players who didn't win a ring. Throughout his NBA career, he was a 3-time All-Star defensive team, 7-time All-NBA, and 11-time All-Star. Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson was one of the most exciting NBA players to watch. Despite his little stature, he was capable of dominating, especially in scoring. Allen Iverson was crowned NBA MVP in the 2000-2001 season. He also led the Sixers to the finals in the same year where they confronted the Lakers. This was Allen Iverson's closest chance of winning a ring. However, the Sixers lost 4-1. Allen Iverson averaged a total of 35.6 points, 3.8 assists, and 5.6 rebounds per game in the NBA series. No one can forget the epic Iverson step-over on Tyronn Lue after he made his shot. We are sure that moment lives rent-free in all our heads. Throughout Allen's career, he was an MVP, 4-time scoring champ, 7-time All-Star NBA, and 3-time steals champ. Dominique Wilkins. When it comes to amazing dunks and highlights, Wilkins is the first name that comes to everyone's mind. Dominique Wilkins was always producing amazing highlights in every NBA game due to his explosiveness and athleticism. He was a talented and prolific scorer on the inside because of his size and athletic capability. Dominique Wilkins was crowned as the scoring champion during the 1985-86 season, where he averaged a total of 30 points per game. Despite having great individual records such as 9-time All-Star and 9-time All-NBA, Dominique Wilkins never had the opportunity of winning a single ring in his 16-year NBA career. Steve Nash. Steve Nash is one of the greatest playmakers in the history of the NBA, ranking 4th all-time in assists with a total of 10,335 assists, although LeBron James isn't too far away from overtaking him. Throughout his NBA career, he led in assists 5 times and also won the MVP twice. Despite these great accolades, Steve Nash never got the opportunity of reaching the NBA Finals. He didn't go past the Western Conference Finals with his former basketball teams, the Mavericks and the Suns. However, Nash had a great NBA career. He was a 7-time All-NBA, 2-time MVP, 8-time All-Star, and also 5-time assist champ. Chris Webber. Following a hard career at Michigan, Webber came on to the NBA League and made an impact. His best season was from the 1990s to the early 2000s. Chris Webber was one of the NBA's top players, racking up 5 All-NBA selections and 5 All-Star games, 1993-94 Rookie of the Year, rebounding champion, and a Hall of Famer. Webber never made the NBA Finals though. He was able to play in 2 conference finals in his basketball career, one with the Kings in the year 2002 and the other with the Pistons in 2007. Though Webber nearly got to the NBA Finals with the Kings in 2002, the team could not dethrone the Lakers from their 2 straight championships. Grant Hill. Grant Hill spent 6 NBA seasons with Detroit from 1994 to 2000 and made a great impact on the team. In his first season, he averaged a total of 19.9 points, 6.4 rebounds, and 5 assists per game. The player was the first Detroit Pistons forward since Isaiah Thomas to get 1,000 points in his debut season, and he was picked for the 1995 NBA All-Star Game. Over the period of 6 NBA seasons with the Pistons, Grant Hill averaged a total of 21.6 points, 6.3 assists, 7.9 rebounds. The Hall of Famer assisted the Pistons to 4 playoff appearances in 1996, 97, 99, and in 2000. Irrespective of his great efforts, Grant Hill never made it to the NBA Finals. Elgin Baylor. Elgin Baylor played 14 seasons as a forward in the NBA for the Minneapolis Los Angeles Lakers. Baylor was a gifted shooter, a strong rebounder, and an accomplished passer who is best known for his trademark hanging jump shot. The number 1 draft pick in 1958, NBA Rookie of the Year in 1959, 11-time NBA All-Star, and a 10-time member of the All-NBA First Team, he is regarded as one of the game's all-time greatest players. Baylor set the single-game scoring record for the NBA Finals, where he tallied 61 points against the Boston Celtics in Game 5 of the 1962 Finals. Though he played with some of the finest players in Laker franchise history, including Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, and Gail Goodrich, he never won an NBA championship. In 1977, Baylor was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. In 1996, Baylor was named as one of the 50 greatest players in NBA history. In October 2021, Baylor was again honored as one of the league's greatest players of all time by being named to the NBA's 75th anniversary team. Hard to believe he never won a ring. Well, we hope you enjoy the video topic today. Subscribe to our channel, Full Court, for more interesting basketball topics.